Have you ever seen that movie, The Grudge?
The Grudge? No.
God-awful movie. Just god-awful.
Okay.
Terrible, ridiculous, stupid movie.
The Grudge. Is it a football movie? A wrestling movie.
It's a horror movie. Can you believe that?
Is it scary?
Is it scary? Are you kidding me? Laughable. Ridiculous. Sarah Michelle Gellar's in it. No shade on her.
There's definitely nothing wrong with Sarah Michelle Gellar. Who's your cat mom?
You're telling me,
Meow.
brother, she's got a nice pair of gams.
Gams? Again? What is she, a broad? A dame?
I'm just saying, they're kind of distracting when you're trying to be scared of the movie, so it helps some, you know?
Wait, Sarah Michelle Gellar's beautiful legs helped to make the movie bad?
Let me lay it out straight for you, Coltrane. The movie sucks, I tell you, it sucks. Without those gorgeous gams in it, it's just a flaming dumpster fire.
I haven't even heard of it.
I tried to rewatch it again a couple years ago, and oh my god, I vomited in my mouth some.
This makes me want to watch it.
Don't do it. There's some things you can't unwatch, you know? I'm not trying to shit on this movie or anything, but don't do it. I do have to admit, the first time that I ever saw it was in a theater, and it was highly entertaining.
Entertaining? You just shit on the movie for a solid 5 minutes.
Let me tell you a little story about how it was back in the day. It's how we'd unwind at the end of the week. Los Cabos, in the parking lot of the great supermall in beautiful Auburn, Washington. You ever heard of it?
Auburn, Washington? Of course. They got a great zoo there. The pandas just had babies.
The night would start out at Los Cabos, out on the patio, sun setting, sipping on some type of tropical drink. Ooh, you're getting fuzzy.
Ooh,
We'd meander
fuzzy.
across the parking lot, stop at a convenience store in the corner, grab a couple of road beers, then we'd head to the Hole. Shout out the Hole, the old Auburn crew.
Hell yeah.
The Hole was a vacant pit in this lot that was being developed right next to the theaters. The Hole sunk down. We'd bring our beers down there, and we had our own makeshift bar.
Oh, sweet.
The Hole was about 20 feet in diameter and about 8 feet deep. So you could just stand in there with your buddies and sip on a couple of brews and just stare at the stars.
Oh, Under the Stars is the greatest.
We'd get all drinkied up there, then we'd stumble over to the theaters and we'd watch ourselves a little something on the silver screen, if you know what I mean.
I got it.
All my friends were just total goofballs and everything they said was funny, so a lot of times those nights, I'd barely say a word. I'd just sit back and laugh all night.
That is rad.
A lot of times it was a group, but this night it was just me and one buddy of mine. We are heavily polluted when we step into that theater.
Oh, snap.
Previews start and my buddy starts ripping into him with jokes, tearing him apart, and I am almost in tears laughing, and we've only been in this theater for about a minute and a half.
Ah, that's the best shit.
We're pretty fuckered up, and the people around us realize that this talking's probably not going to stop.
Ooh, that's uncomfortable.
From the beginning of those previews to the very end of that movie, I heard at least 1,000 times, "Be quiet! Shh!"
Oh, shit, you were those guys in the theater? That's terrible.
Got to admit it, we were those guys that night. We ruined that movie for a lot of people. In my defense, mainly all I did was laugh.
I fucking hate that shit at the theater.
Coltrane, everyone does.
How can you live with yourself after that?
It's not exactly a piece of cake, but also, did I mention that movie sucked?
You mentioned that.
There's a scene in the movie, a jump scare scene, where the evil ghost kid pops up on the screen really quick. My buddy yells,
Hi!
in the highest voice you can imagine.
What the fuck?
And that was a wrap. That was it for the night. We got ushered right out of there, and there was applause from the crowd.
You were those guys.
Thunderous, glorious applause as we were forcefully removed from the theater.
Hi!
Bam!
Look at it. Feast your eyes on all that new merch. Get yours at starheadboy.threadless.com.